Hey guys, and welcome to my next reaction to Torchwood. So I get really excited for Torchwood days now. I am starting to absolutely fall head over heels in love with this show. I have a thing for like, I don't know what it is, but a lot of the things that I watched growing up had to do with like a team of people that were kind of flawed in some sort of normally a sci-fi setting, and like you still rooted for the characters and loved the characters even though there were all of these. I don't know what it is about that like type of show, but even though I've never seen Torchwood before, it's making me feel nostalgic for those type of shows I watched growing up and stuff like that. I could give you a list of what they were if you cared, but I just absolutely am really loving the characters and everything in the show right now, and I get really excited for Torchwood days. So I wanted to let you guys know that. All right, let's get started.
Tell me something, are you always this dressy for a murder investigation?
Would you rather be naked?
Yes. I mean, I meant yes to the dressy, not to the naked.
Yesterday
He
a man
did.
was
Oh,
murdered
all
at
right.
96 Oakland Street. God. Looks like somebody wants your attention.
Oh!
Torchwood walks all over this city like you own it.
Ooh.
Now these people are paying the price. You did this, Captain Jack Harkness.
Well,
You did it.
then you must not be a very great detective.
What is it?
Compound me 67. You're kidding. Retcon.
It brings people back to life just for 2 minutes so we can question the murder victims.
That's exactly what she said.
Oh no, I think this is a bad idea. I'm with Owen.
You know, we never gave it a cool name.
I thought we called it the Resurrection Ward.
Cool name.
All right, Owen, you need to be nicer to Tosh.
Sorry. The Glover relies on some sort of empathy, maybe compassion, and just be yourself.
Sure.
Please! Let me see my mother!
Oh.
The glove only works once.
But I can do it, just let me try!
Gwen, look at me. He's gone.
Oh my goodness.
We don't have long. We need to know who attacked you. Quickly, what was his name?
35 seconds.
Max.
There was someone you knew better. Susie!
What? What?
We've been talking to the wrong corpse.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this is interesting.
Killed her. She's part of it.
It's time Susie came back.
What if she's already back? I'm just saying I won't be surprised if she's not in there. But maybe she is. Okay, she is. All right. All right. I'm just saying.
The glove works better if the knife's part of the process, like closing a circuit. Then let's use it.
Woo. Yeah, that thing looks nasty.
It was just a sort of spark and then it was gone. I'm sorry, Jack. You're gonna have to do it properly.
Oh, great. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Susie, listen.
Who's using the glove? I'm sorry. No, Gwen bloody Cooper.
30 seconds. Don't force it, Gwen.
She's not getting away this time. Stay here. No.
I told you to stop.
Excuse me. I'm still counted.
There's not much point. Susie's dead.
No, according to your equipment, she's just unconscious.
What?
She's alive. She's alive.
Did they like resurrect her?
Can't be. No. Still breathing.
Woo! Oh no! Thank you to that.
Can't you leave me alone?
Oh, baby.
You seem to be stuck.
So he doesn't even know that I'm dead.
Well, you're not anymore.
Gwen knack of like not saying the right thing sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
One a week, every week. For 2 years.
Christ, no wonder.
I wanted someone to talk to. About this place.
Oh my
It's driving
god.
me mad.
That's interesting.
Can't you just let me die?
You don't get off that easy.
Ooh, Gwen is
Come on, Susie.
gonna be thinking some things,
Just like
I
the old
think.
days, there's
She's
gotta be
already
something.
struggling. She's only been here for a couple months.
Where did she work? Which club?
Oof. Oof.
Okay.
Not like you to be so judgmental. Not like you to run a murder spree.
Ooh!
I've got to keep on working every day in a job that's got a bit less on it because of you.
Wow.
Oh, Lucy McKenzie, the student.
That's her. That's definitely her.
That might not be the right. Wrong guy.
You're inside the Torchwood facility.
Like he reacts to the word Torchwood. Sorry. Torchwood.
Oh my god. Jack!
What's wrong with him? Cancer.
Oh.
They're gonna miss me at work. Indispensable. I don't know what happened.
Oh.
Replaced. And I'm a lot more than just a replacement. Have you slept with Owen?
Owen! Seriously? And not Tosh? I'm sorry. I'm just all about Tosh. Okay. Anyway. Owen.
But tell me, Jack, did you ever ask about her father?
How do you mean?
He's got cancer. Is it any wonder she got obsessed?
Oh, so this is all my fault.
Well, isn't it? Did you ever stop and think?
Ooh.
Then you brought her back to life. All the way. Because you wanted it so much, okay? We're both responsible.
Whew. All right.
This is the moment when Gwen brought back Mark Briscoe, the husband.
Okay.
See? Have a look at Gwen with Susie. She is draining the life out of Gwen.
There's always a price.
No.
Where
Bad.
the glove can
Bad.
bring someone
Bad,
back
bad, 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 bad.
loses
Bad,
their own
bad,
life
bad.
every time. Susie's gotta die.
Again?
Who's gonna do it?
Like you said, I'm the boss.
What do you don't have to shoot her? Jesus. He's just going in there, guns blazing, gonna like shoot his ex
Where the hell's Susie? And where's Gwen? Come on, let's go get them. What the hell?
What the even? Who?
He's gonna catch us. You never know. We might get lucky.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
Is that a poem?
I wonder.
Susie must have installed a vocal command program way back.
Back when she was alive, yeah.
Wow.
You see,
Oh my
Max,
God.
Like she dies, Max becomes a time bomb. He doesn't see her for 3 months, and wham, the orders kick in, and then she escapes.
You gotta admit that is not bad. I'm picking up on right.
She must have installed a way of reversing.
She's quite a mastermind, my lord.
Before I shot myself, I shot Jack right through the head.
Yes, you
I
did.
killed him. Stone dead.
I've got reception, sir.
How'd you do that? We're sealed off.
Just use the water tower as a relay.
You are perfection, Sugar Bear.
Who's that? Torchwood.
Oh, great, she's gonna be thrilled.
We can't at the moment because we're
Call
sort of
Mickey!
stuck.
Why don't you call
Why?
Mickey?
We're locked in.
Nice and clear.
We're locked in our base and we can't get out. Okay, you've had your fun. Read out the whole book.
It's gonna be a long night.
She's just gonna do this? Is that not a weird request? I feel like, I'd be like, why?
So what's up then? Nothing.
Oh, that's uplifting.
Just nothing.
Great.
ISBN
019
8600.
585.
All units give Torchwood priority. Repeat.
Oh, she's helping. Good for her. Ooh.
Oh my god, this headache.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that really
What's
sucks.
happening to me?
Oh shit.
I'm getting shot in the head. Slowly. Believe me, it
That's
hurts.
awful. Oh my god.
Dad. Hello, Dad.
Does he look scared? What the?
Goodbye. That's where it's coming back from. Sending him into the dark.
Woo! Oh my god, Susie, you're a crazy bitch! I mean, maybe he does deserve it. I don't know, but woo! Woo! Woo!
But I get to live. Why would I stop?
For Gwen's sake.
Oh
She
my
replaced
god,
me,
oh my
and now I'm doing
god.
the same to her.
If she's dead, then I'm gonna kill you, Susie Costello.
Woo!
I'd do anything to stay.
Oh.
Anything.
Ah.
Jack, I'm sorry.
Susie!
Shit.
Keep on running. Because
Alright.
we'll keep on going. You and me.
Woo! Going.
Safe journey.
Let her go.
I can't.
Let Gwen go.
I can't. I'm the last thing left of Gwen Cooper. Can't you see it?
No, I mean, she's right over there.
Not one bit. I killed you.
Oh my god.
Glove. Tosh, destroy the glove. It's keeping them connected.
Unit armament A5.
He's still shooting her though. That's a lot. Woo! He's like, it may not kill you, but bitch, it's gonna hurt.
There's something moving in the dark. And it's coming. Jack Harkness.
Oh god. Woo! That's right, Tosh. Save the day. Yes, girl. This episode was fucking nuts. Okay.
One day we're gonna run out of space.
Oh.
Think about it. Lots of things you can do with a stopwatch.
I can think of a few.
What do you want me to say on the death certificate?
Good question. Death by Torchwood.
Whoa, my god.
That's the thing about gloves, sir. They come in pairs.
Ooh, with your snappy comments. Okay, so there is a lot to say with this episode. I can't really breathe right now, so, you know, give me some leeway with that. Okay, so there's... I loved this episode a lot. And I've been really loving pretty much every episode of Torchwood. This season is really, I find to be very, very good. There's something very, there were a few moments where I felt really sad for Susie. Fly. And it's kind of interesting because I think, I don't, you know, at the end you don't really feel too bad for her and everything that she's doing and everything like that. But she had a couple of moments where, you know, where she was saying that she just wanted to die. Now that was probably more of an act than anything else, but it still was kind of really sad. If you think about it, you make that decision to kill yourself, and then you have to, you know, it's just kind of sad. And And the fact that she was talking about that there's nothing and she doesn't want to go back to nothing, I feel like that is something that's really kind of, you know, would be very depressing as, you know, kind of unique as the whole situation is. It is kind of a very depressing thought that if you go, you know what's waiting for you, and it's just nothing. She had some nice, ominous, creepy, cryptic words for Jack at the end, so, you know, that's going to be interesting. I have a feeling, you know, at some point, I don't know if it's going to be at the end of this season or something like that, we're going to find out some stuff about Jack, and a lot is going to come to light, and or maybe something like that. And I think we just keep getting little tidbits that is probably going to happen. Just also, there's such a mystery around Jack that you would think that they would address it at some point. I actually don't know if they will, but you would think. So what I find to be really interesting about, so I've really grown to like all of the characters. I already like Jack. And in their own ways, I've really kind of gotten very drawn to most of the characters, kind of, with the exception of Gwen. Now, Gwen, I like fine. I don't, there's no like dislike or anything like that, but I think there's just some things that she does that is just, it just doesn't mesh, I don't know, or whatever. But the one thing that I feel like is so strong about her character and really interesting and really kind of flourished in this episode particularly is her compassion. She is always so compassionate for the victims and everything. More so than, and listen, that can be a good or a bad thing. I mean, compassion is normally a pretty good thing. Let's be real. But like sometimes when you work jobs like this, you have to separate yourself from that, getting too involved and stuff like that to keep your own sanity, because you know you keep losing people and things like that, or maybe you don't, or whatever. But I think it is taking a toll on her. I think Torchwood in general is taking a toll on her. Her at the end of was that the episode 6, you know, where she's saying I can't talk to anybody, and then they reveal her with Owen and stuff like that, and like you can tell that this job is taking a toll on her, and it's the most wonderful but probably also kind of detrimental job that she'll ever have. I really like the spotlight on Gwen in this episode, because you can tell that she takes things a lot harder than maybe some of the other crew. In the sense of, that doesn't mean that everybody else doesn't have emotions and aren't feeling the things as well, but there has to, I think when you do a job like this, you have to kind of put up a bit of a wall, and you can tell that even as a cop, or the job she had before, she really didn't maybe face too many hardships. Maybe some. I'm not going to speak for everything, but just the evidence of the fact that like Jack had to teach her how to use a gun. It seemed like there wasn't a ton of maybe some tough decisions, or you know what I mean, like stuff like that. So I think it's kind of interesting that we're seeing through her eyes this sort of journey. She kind of reminds me of who would be like the companion if this was like actually Doctor Who, where we're kind of seeing everything through her lens, through her eyes, and experiencing this journey with her. And a lot of it, I think, is taking more of a toll than she is willing to admit. I think she admits some of it, but I think that it's getting a bit rough for her. And especially this not really helping things, and because it's kind of quite a traumatic thing, obviously, to go through. But I like that she does have this kind of big heart and compassion. It's probably my favorite thing about her. And she always gives 110%. I don't know what it is about, I feel like, her personality otherwise that it's not clicking as much for me. I don't know why. She's kind of the one that I'm not, and you would think it would be Owen. He's kind of a dick, but I don't know. He's weirdly an endearing dick, and I don't know why, but he is. So I'm very interested to see how this journey with her is going to go, and how I will feel about her as time goes on. That last scene with Jack and Yanto was interesting. It was interesting. I'll leave it at that. It was interesting. I did have a moment to talk about other things with that scene, but like I did have a moment where I kind of thought, like, I'm just really scared that one of these guys is going to go into that like wall of bodies or whatever you want to call it, and that makes me kind of sad. I'm already falling kind of madly in love with a lot of these people, so I'd really rather that not happen. I loved that episode. I thought that it touched on a lot of themes that were really interesting. That bitch is crazy, but kind of like, I kind of like it. That was an evil mastermind type of plan. My goodness. Honestly, I really enjoyed that, kind of, that she put this all into motion. And like that scene with her dad, that was really interesting. I felt that with Susie's dad, that she was like, I gotta, it was worth it. And we don't know what he did to her or whatever, but whoo! That was something really. It's gonna be interesting when I go back and edit and see like her reactions when they talk about her dad and stuff like that, because I didn't really pick up on that at all, but that was really interesting as well. I loved so much of this episode, and I think they also talked a bit about responsibility for what kind of responsibility do you take. And it wasn't completely fleshed out, but I really like the idea of kind of touching on it. And I think we'll probably touch on it again, like, what is your responsibility? When the detective at the beginning, she was like, as far as I'm concerned, these murders are your fault. Now, is it, if we dive into that a little bit, is it? I would probably say, in some like shade reaction, yes. I mean, obviously with Susie, it's, mostly Susie's fault. But, the idea of like, just the thing that went through my head at that point when I didn't really know much of what was going on and who was involved or anything like that is like, so do you blame, like, say somebody gets obsessed with somebody and they start killing people and writing that person's name on the wall. Is it the person that they're obsessed with's fault? You know what I mean? That was like the thought that came through my head, and I'm like, that's a weird, but I do like that this episode is touching on responsibility and what we do take responsibility of. We've touched on it a little bit before, where Gwen feels responsible for, in episode 2. As much as people seem to absolutely hate episode 2, I thought there were some interesting themes with that. And, what do you feel guilty for? How much can you take of that guilt? Because, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can really rack in your brain and say, oh, if I didn't do this, then this wouldn't have happened, and then this wouldn't have happened, and then this wouldn't have happened. Like, I should have just not done that. And then you beat yourself up for doing that one action that maybe wasn't, had no malice to it or whatever. I like that we're talking about that. Whether or not certain things are actually people's faults or not. Or maybe it is, but you know, at some point you have to kind of say, there's nothing I can do about it, or should people beat themselves up? I like that we're touching on this. I think it's really interesting, and I love that kind of aspect of the whole, that was really brought up, you know, when Gwen starts talking to Jack about him being responsible and giving her that glove, and her getting kind of like, Susie that glove, and like being addicted to it, and all of this stuff, and then he says, you know, and kind of gives it right back to her, and it's just very interesting as just a person, how much responsibility can you take, how much guilt can you take, how much whatever. I love that. I think the themes in Torchwood are very strong. Whereas, you know, maybe some of the monsters or some of the whatever, the alien, whatever, may not be, you know, the most, you know, I think about episode 5. 5? Shit. 4? No, I don't remember. 4. Cyberwoman. 4. I don't, but, that there was a lot of ridiculousness in that episode. There was absolutely a ton of ridiculousness in that episode. But when you think about everything that Yanto went through, and how if you look at it from that perspective, and his character development, and what was going on with him, it's a solid episode in that sense. And so I just find it really interesting. And the heart of Torchwood is phenomenal. On fucking point, I think. I think all of these characters are flawed. I think they're but amazing at the same time. You know, and nobody likes perfect character. Well, okay. I don't like perfect characters. Some people like perfect characters. But like people that don't really have too many flaws and stuff like that. I feel like almost everybody on this team has made a mistake. And we're only, what episode was this? 8? We're only 8 episodes in, and everybody's fucking up. But that's just, and we're learning and growing from. Sorry, I could talk about this show for a very, very long time. I'm absolutely, I'm adoring it. I am adoring it. So good. I loved that episode. Phenomenal. So, yeah, anyway, and I can't breathe, but I'm still powering through. Yeah, so I'll shut up now. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.